Let's start it off with a quick disclaimer. Everything in this live production is for educational purposes only, in an entertainment fashion. Going to wait a while for a couple more people to come in. Hello, hello. This is Michael from Detail in the Shadow. Just getting over being sick. We're going to start here pretty soon. Oh, we got 21 people up in here. Yo. Yo. If you in here, leave me a comment. Drop me a like. Let me know you're here. What's up, everybody? This is Michael from Detail in the Shadow. And now I'll throw this YouTube disclaimer out there once again. This video is for educational purposes, in an entertainment fashion. It is not meant to drive any kind of ideological extremities. Now, according to YouTube, I am not allowed to touch this firearm while I am live. But I think the fork is. We'll see if they don't cut me off here. This right here is a SCT Glock 17 clone frame. This is the SCT17. I just picked this up last night. I had a Glock 17, but I had to part ways with it. But I'm going to rebuild this one from the ground up. But not really, because it's pretty much halfway done here. This trigger lock, you know, is part of the ATF, the Child Safety Act rule, but it has a trigger and has everything that it needs. All it needs is an upper, which is just a barrel and a slide and everything in the striker that goes with it, and the extractor, so on and so forth. But I am thinking about heavily building another John Wick clone. My other one, I called it a Sleeper John Wick clone. It had a lot of Terran Tactical. Um, I had the Terran Tactical spring kit, which changed the trigger down to 3 pounds. And I had an Apex Tactical extractor. And, Glock is already reliable. And so it was even more reliable, and it ran a whole lot faster than already you can go. So I picked this up last night. I don't know if it was under one bill. $3 under one bill. But it's pretty nice. Comes with the 1913 pick rail. Has this texturing up on the trigger guard. These nice grooves on the front strap. It has it on the back strap as well. And nice stippling right there on the side. Glock 19 Gen 3. Well, this is based off a Glock 17 Gen 3. So this uses all Gen 3 parts. And it has nice stippling along the slide stop release. And nice stippling right there too. And it has a nice mag release. But I'm thinking about, like I said, Glock 34 in it. Because you can make a Glock 34 or just a regular Glock 17 with this frame. This right here is the SCT17. I'd say it's about a ½ inch longer than the Glock 19. The Glock 19 is, pretty much the king all over the planet. But I chose to get the full size. It was the same price too, so really wasn't a matter of price or anything. But I was thinking I wanted this one because I could have the option of doing the 34 or the 17. But I'm definitely going to reorder that Terran Tactical spring kit and change a few springs around while I got it open. And get a good, decent barrel. And then we're back in the game. I was really upset that I had to get rid of my Glock. But life happens sometimes. But we're back. We're back. We started with the frame. But the title of this video is, what is a firearm? This right here, according to the ATF, is a firearm. Why? Because this is the serialized part. So this is what I had to pass the background check to get. So now that I have this and the background check's already passed, anything else I get, I can just go get, or I could even order it through the mail. Now keep in mind, you can't order serialized parts through the mail, but you have to get them sent to a federal firearms license dealer, and then they have to run your background check. So unfortunately, you can't just have this sent directly to your house. But this is pretty common, just the new age. Most Glocks aren't even really Glocks anymore. They're just Glock clones, which is cool. I like this handle. Seems like it's going to be a lot grip better than the stock Glock 17 that I had. It was also a Gen 3. The Gen 3 has the right array of parts that are easy to find, and by this time they should be really cheap. I do want that Apex Tactical extractor, failure resistant extractor, and Terran Tactical spring kit. And like I said, I'm gonna call this a John Wick clone if I do the 34. But I don't know, we'll see. I'll see what's the difference in price. Also, back here, you might not be able to see it. It has a really decent beaver tail. If you're wondering why I have this fork, because when you go live, you can't touch the firearm. So I don't want my hands in the video at all. So I'm using this fork as a pointer. And came with a pretty cool trigger lock. So we're good to go on that. It was less than a bill. Less than a bill. Bay World. It was less. It was $3 less than a bill after the tax. So depends on where you're at in the world or where you're at in America. I'm in America. We have 7% tax here. I think it's 7.5% tax here in Ohio. So after all the tax, it was just it was $3 less than one bill, if you understand that. So that's pretty decent to get started. Like I said, you get that, you get the background check, you have this. Anything else you can just pretty much order. All you need is the slide, a full slide and a barrel, and it's good to go. And what I mean by full slide, I mean slide with all the striker and extractor and barrel. Like I said, in the hands, the stippling is really nice. And the front and back strap has this nice ridges and texture. And if you notice, they don't have the finger grooves on this one either, similar to the Shadows. Yes, it is. It's a 50 Action Express Desert Eagle. SCT17 Glock clone frame. We got a pretty nice stippling right here. We got the 1913 pick rail up front. Nice texture here for the trigger guard. And nice stippling. Nice mag drop, mag release. It has your slide stop. It has everything in there, all the internals, in the the trigger bow and trigger, all that. I wish I could show it to you, but I can't really move it. I might do that after I towards the end of this live. Yes, it's a fine piece of machinery. Everybody needs one, at least one. I picked this up last night. I was actually looking for a red dot, and I ended up getting this because when I had to part ways with my other Glock, I was very sad. So I'm like, well, let's start rebuilding another one. I didn't buy the whole thing, but I had a bill, so I said, I'll go grab this, and then I'll get everything later. If you know Taron Tactical, Taron Butler, he's the one who trained Keanu Reeves for all the John Wick movies, and a lot of his parts are available. So I'm thinking about more than likely using a lot of his parts for the upper. Maybe get a nice barrel, get a decent slide, decent affordable slide, and get that Apex Tactical extractor and Taron Tactical spring kit. And this bad boy ought to be pretty decent. Let's see. I don't know if I can do this. If I can show some pictures here. I don't know how I did that last time. Let's try it again. Oh, it's a lot of celebrities that come out there to Taron Butler's compound, I guess. And I'm pretty sure they did the same thing for the new movie Ballerina. I haven't seen that one yet. If you've seen it, let me know. Is it any decent? Hold on a second, y'all. Let's see. Let's get there. All right. As you can see, that's my other one with the Taron Tactical spring kit. See if I can get a better picture. That's the Apex Tactical extractor. There it is. That's my old Glock 17. It was a police trade-in. Like I said, sadly enough, I had to part ways with it. So we are going to rebuild here with this SCT17. Yo, hi, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. This is going to be just a simple one. I'm just showing what I got last night. I'm lucky enough to have a pretty big, massive Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, right in my area. I'm in Columbus, Ohio. We're lucky enough to have tons of gun shops here. Shout outs to Ohio. We free here in Ohio. And I went and picked this up for, like I said, $3 less than one bill. Pretty, very affordable. And this is the serialized part. So for a bill, you can get the frame, and you can go ahead and get your background check ran, so you can have this. And everything else, you can pretty much order online, or if you so very choose. This is the SCT17, a Glock Gen 3 clone. We got the 1913 pick rail up front. We got pretty much the regular Glock trigger. All that's going to be changed out. Well, I'm going to keep the factory trigger. I'm going to just upgrade the spring kit with the Terran Tactical spring kit. Pretty good stippling, pretty good ridges up front. We don't got the finger grooves anymore. A nice mag release and pretty much everything else you need. So it's a pretty good deal. Let's see here. No, I just got it last night. Just got it last night. And this is not a complete firearm. As you can see up here, there's no barrel. No slide. I will be building that. I just got the frame, and I will be piecing everything else together. So this comes to the question of the video. What is a firearm? Well, according to the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Bureau, the firearm is the part that has the serial number on it. And this has the serial number right under here. So therefore, if you want to buy this, you have to go to a FFL and get the Form 4370 background check done with the FBI. And I did that last night. 76%. You mean like the 76% lower? 80% lower? I think that might be a different category, you know? I think those 80% lowers, I think you can get those shipped directly to your house, because it doesn't have the drill holes for this roll pin right here. And it doesn't have that drilled out, so you have to drill the stuff out yourself. And it also doesn't come with the trigger. And, you know, that's a way that you can work around having a serialized part. But I don't believe this falls underneath the category of the 80% lower. I believe that's another category, because this is actually the frame and pretty much everything that needs to go with it. Now, I need to be careful because I don't want to damage that piece right there. So I'm gonna have to put this up after I get done with the live. But yeah, I watched a couple videos on those 80% lowers, and you need a really good drill press, because if you're going to be drilling this stuff out, it needs to be really straight, which is cool. Oh, what state do you live in with that felony? Because, yeah, there's different ways of getting rid of that. Oh, Kansas? Okay, I don't know any rules about Kansas. I just know a little bit of rules about Texas, and I know all the rules here up in Ohio. But keep working on it. Keep working on it and keep your nose clean. Keep them felonies away so they can't take your rights away. Oh, okay, so Kansas is pretty free. Well, you got to get free. You got to get back free, brother. You got to get that off your record so you can get your rights back. But yeah, you say a Dremel works. That's cool. Because I think you can 3D print some of those, but that falls into another category, you know. Those 80% lowers that you don't have to transfer to the FFL. But like I said, YouTube disclaimer, educational purposes only. This is only a frame. This is not a fully functional firearm, and I'm not touching it. I have my magic fork here. Freedom fork, we'll call it. I have my Freedom fork with the SCT17 Glock 17 Gen 3 clone, and it accepts all the Glock Gen 1 through 3 parts according to their website. But I mainly just go for the Glock Gen 3 parts. And I'm thinking about building a John Wick clone. Maybe even taking it to the 34 upper, because you can run the 17 slide and the 34 slide on the full size frame here. Oh, I appreciate it. I got about 900 videos. Go check it out. Appreciate it. And like I said, I apologize. I can't really show you the full thing, but most of the good stuff's over here. You got the takedown release here. You got slide stop. You got your 2 roll pins. You got your, it's not ambidextrous, but I'm right-handed, so I'm all good with that. You got your mag release. Got pretty good stippling. Has a nice feel to it too. And I like building guns. All my AR-15s, they all started as just a strip lower. You know, a couple Palmetto State Armory parts here. A couple local gun store parts there. Magpul, you know, the goods, the goodies. Like I said, right here in Columbus, Ohio, we have lots of choices. And yeah, just follow me on this journey of rebuilding my Glock, getting my Glock back. I was so sad when I had to get rid of the other one. But we're back in the game now. I wonder if I can get a better picture here. Oh, we're back. We're back. Sorry, everybody, my phone overheated. I'm too busy buying guns and gun parts to buy a new phone. I need a new phone. Y'all help me out. I need a new phone. Oh, okay. Stone Dragon, if you're still around, yeah, hopefully that gets all cleared up. The Supreme Court is going to be making a judgment on that. I hope they do the right thing and side with freedom, if you know what I mean. Okay, we're moving around here. Like I said, it's got all the parts. It's really good to go. You just need some Maggies and a barrel and a slide, and all the slide works. But yes, once again, this is the SCT17 full-size Glock 17 frame, clone frame. It's a clone of the Glock 17 frame. Feels pretty good in the hands. I'm just recapping here. I'm coming back to the live because unfortunately the other live freaking phone overheated because I'm too busy buying gun parts to buy a decent phone. iPhone, why must you get so hot? I mean, I can melt snow with this freaking phone. I actually had to put it outside to get it to cool down. It's about 27 degrees here in Columbus, Ohio. We got snow on the ground, and I'm just doing a little live because I was excited. There's a better look at that beaver tail. Pretty good. I picked this up last night. SCT17 full-size Glock 17 clone frame. We're going to put a few Terran Tactical parts in here. We're going to put a few Apex Tactical parts in here. Going to get a decent barrel. I want it to be very, they have, you know, low budget barrels, but I really want to spend the good money on the barrel. And a decent slide, and we're good to go. We're back in the game. I purchased a few years back a Glock 17 from a police trade-in. It was in really good shape. It had a night sights. It even had the officer's name on the carrying case, which I think is kind of dangerous. They need to scratch that out. I scratched it out to keep that officer safe, but whatever police department that is, when y'all trade in y'all's Glocks and sell them to the civilians like myself, y'all need to scratch them names out, yo. That's a safety hazard right there, you know. But I'm going to wrap this up. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me for the half hour. If you're here, drop a like, drop a comment, sub up, follow me on this journey, getting my Glock back, rebuilding this Glock. It's going to be a pretty fun build, just like always. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much.